Hey guys, we're back in the garage working on a CROSSKART. We're gonna try to get this differential in here, so stay tuned and check that out.
All right guys, so as we get the rear diff positioned where we want it, we have these two bolts in the back here that are part of the mounting system. And then we also have 4 up front, but right now, working on getting this plate in here. And we're gonna take the tubing notcher, notch this corner so it hits over this. You know, just kind of take the far corner off, and we're gonna just make a little diff plate mount in here and then drill the 2 holes to thread into here. So we'll get started on that.
And then we'll come up with something, because it has 4 mounting holes here for when it bolts into the car, but we're gonna use these 2 to go here and then figure out something for this as we go. So.
I'm actually impressed with how this Harbor Freight tubing notcher is working. It's been working pretty good.
I mean, yeah. Shoot, compared to the other ones that are like $400 and $500, we can't complain for this.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, so apparently this isn't going to work because we want to drill the hole saw off center. And I had an idea of just using the tubing notcher, but if we were going to put the hole in the middle, it would work. So I'm going to improvise here and just do it on the bandsaw.
Here's our handy dandy cutting fluid bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is going to be sweet. I'm excited.
Kurt's smarter than he looks.
More than anything. You know.
Would you want a friend that was nice to you all the time? If they're nice to you all the time, they're not your friend, let's be honest. That's just how things work.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, we can clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, not too shabby.
We have
a little touch up with the grinder, I think it'll look pretty good.
Is it 1.5 inches? Oh yeah.
Oh, dang.
I'll clean that up.
Nice.
It's like someone took a bite out of it with little teeth marks.
If you're hungry, I could have just got you something to eat.
That's true.
Throw it on the ground real quick. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Close enough.
I mean,
to
it's
weld.
gonna be welded anyway, so yeah.
Yep. I oiled it. Pre-oiled. So it definitely fit on the first time. We're just kind of cleaning up the hole a little bit.
Exactly. In case you didn't know, we do things like all the hot rod shows you watch on TV. Everything works the first time, every time.
Exactly.
See, watch. It should line right up, right?
Maybe.
I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar shop we're working in too, so.
Close. Get the impact.
See, told you that everything works the first time.
Perfect.
Hey, cross-threaded or tight?
So that'll be, that's our rear. It's true. A wise man once said that. No, but I think that's going to be pretty solid.
For sure. Yeah, let's see.
And get that welded in here, and then we can tack on the bottom side of this to here. And our main plan is, when this is all mounted in, we're going to support this from the top. So if we have to change this or pull it out, or when we go to paint or for whatever reason, we can drop this straight out the bottom. It doesn't have to come out easy. It just has to be able to come out if we need to work on it.
Exactly. Another cool thing is, guys, we hit over 800 followers on our Instagram this week, which is pretty cool. So thanks to all you guys that went over there and followed us on there. So, and if you're watching this and you don't follow us, go to Instagram while Kurt's ruining everything. And there it goes. Anyways, yeah, go over to our Instagram, and we have a Facebook too. Go check it out.
So we have the rear transmission, the rear differential mount in here. Turned out really nice. We'll get this welded in here in a minute. Both the bolts go in there nice, and there's still room to get a socket on there. So if we have to take it apart, works out good. Looks, and it's super solid.
Yeah,
It'll really tie this back together nice.
Exactly, and we'll obviously weld it here, and then we'll have enough room underneath to get a couple of beads of weld on there. Tie it all in really strong.
That turned out pretty cool.
And then we'll jump up front and grab those other ones up there.
All right, so for the front mount, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Plate of steel across here. Obviously it'll be back a little bit. I'm gonna notch that out to go around here, and we'll have to notch it for here. But simple, and like once again, we're gonna make it to where this drops down below, so everything's going to be mounted from up above. So I think that'll look good. Using our tubing notcher to cut plate.
Yeah, this doesn't work. It's for...
Oh, poop. We'll find out.
Let her rip, tater chip. Nice.
All right, so we have our diff mount here, kind of just roughly in place. I notched it. Looks really cool right there. The way they have this designed with this arch on here, we want to try to maintain as much of the steel as we can. So I actually use these nuts as spacers temporarily, but I will cut some official spacers out of this. But I think that'll be solid. We'll through bolt this and weld some gussets in here a little bit later. But I mean, that's simple, strong. I like it.
Yeah, and then it'll still, that way there's nothing underneath. It can go right out the bottom, no problem. And be really easy if we ever do break a differential or strip the gears out or whatever happens.
Holy shit. I miss Christmas songs.
I don't. I hate Christmas songs.
Why?
Because you hear them over and over and over and 10,000 of them at the same time.
You don't like Holy Holy Night?
Great, now I can't use any of this. Way to go.
Let's start over.
It'll require you saying something about Christmas songs.
Horsepower.
Log this pulley.
Listen.
Really quick, guys, if you're drilling stuff, resist the urge to just grab your cordless drill and just let it rip, because that's actually like the worst thing you can do. And there is a speed calculation you can do for certain drill bit sizes. We have this on the slowest setting, but it's probably a little too slow. But just so you guys know, don't grab your cordless drill and just let it rip, because that's not how it works.
Well, the diff is officially mounted in. Got this in, got it bolted through. Looks really good, solid. We'll go back and add some bracing later, some little gussets in there, but it is pretty much where it's going to be. And I like it. I mean, this whole thing's super rigid.
Yeah, really adding this stuff in really seems to add some strength to this whole structure, which we're planning on adding more to it anyways, but just that alone made it a lot better. All right, anyways, guys, today's Thursday. I don't know, something like that. Wednesday, I don't remember what day it is, but we're gonna go to Saturday. We're gonna jump forward here in a second, but yeah, so we'll see you guys in a minute. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday morning. We're back out here working on the CROSSKART, so we're gonna get to it.
All right, so before we get our motor kind of set in place to kind of work on the engine mounts, I'm gonna take this bar stock and weld this in here as temporary shocks, you know, just to kind of hold the suspension where we want it. But that'll just keep everything where we want it, so we know.
All right, guys, we got our glorified wheelbarrow done. No, just kidding. Yeah, so we went ahead and welded in these pieces just so the suspension will be supported for now while we're working on getting the engine in there. But then also we wanted to put the wheels on to kind of get a feel for it, and man, it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, that ground clearance I think is going to be right on.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, what would you say? That's probably at least, what, 11, 12 inches?
Yeah, well, let's find out.
Yeah.
Plus, that'll be close to where I think our final ride height will be.
Yeah.
14 inches.
Oh, 40, wow.
And it would even drop a little more, I think, but I think that would be a pretty good ride height, especially with the angle of the CD shafts.
Yeah, I think once, with the shocks and once everything kind of comes down a little bit, if it's sitting at 12, just resting height, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing, just having this done.
Yeah, it feels good to get to this point. And we threw the CV axles in there, just to kind of get a feel for everything.
It would drive.
We could turn it into a bicycle.
Good. All right, well, let's get that motor kind of set in place.
Next step, hang the motor from up there.
All right, so we have the engine above the frame. One thing we have to do is make sure there's clearance for the exhaust because it comes down and underneath the motor, so we'll get that kind of put on in a minute to see. One other thing we decided to check, just to be sure, is the rotation. This spins this way, obviously, because it's in the bike and the wheel spins forward, and this makes the thing go forward. So our rotation's correct on our drivetrain, so that's a good thing. But yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah. I know a couple of you guys have asked about if we're doing reverse. We're not doing it on this just because of the complexity of making it four-wheel drive. Just don't think it's going to be feasible on this, but it's a cool idea. Maybe in the future we can come up with something, but for right now we're just going to be front-wheel drive because we just want to make it lightweight and fast.
All right, so it's hanging almost in place here. We decided to take the crankshaft and line that up with the center of the cart. It positions the motor pretty square. Like I said, we bolted this on just a second ago. This is the height we're going to have to clear for the exhaust. We wanted to keep the original exhaust. And then here later on, you know, down the road a little bit, we'll kind of have a little pipe made, a little 90, and the exhaust will mount somewhere, just kind of coming up in here. Nice, simple. But that's a later project. But for now, we're going to kind of lay out what we're going to do with the engine mounts. So we have a couple things here to mount to, and then on this side also. There's one in the front and back. So we're just going to kind of lay that out and see how that looks.
Yeah, we'll get a little creative with the mounts and figure out, I mean, it's pretty close to the back side here. So we got it as far back as we can.
Yeah, and this stuff pretty much sticks between the two things. Like everything fits nice here.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's centered over the axle.
See the exhaust on this side. So once we're going to start coming up with some mounts now. Here's kind of a view from the back. So that's kind of what it looks like there. So it'll probably be, once we get the seat and everything, I think it's going to be the top of the airbox will be about the top of the seat.
Yeah,
I think
so
that's
it'll
pretty
be-
close.
Yeah, once you get the seat on there, it won't look so tall.
Yeah.
The seat will come here, and we still have to have the roll cage up and over. But
Yeah, so we're
I
gonna
like
get
it.
to work on the mounts.
Oil me timbers. So on this side, for the engine mount, we have these two mounts, one back in here, one on this side. So I kind of cut some pipe here to lay out what our idea is. This will come through here. We'll make that vertical, lined up with this pipe so it's all nice and neat. And then we'll just weld a couple tabs off of this to go right to the factory engine mounts.
It's
It'll be
kind of
pretty
hard to
simple.
see, but yeah, they're right there. And then the tabs will come off and bolt to the, right to that piece of pipe.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be pretty solid and kind of tie everything together here. So we ended up fully welding this support in, and we use these little tabs, which we use for the control arms. Like we bought these online. These have been very helpful. We welded these in there for the engine mount, one in the front, one in the back. It keeps the engine aligned with the frame, so now any other mounts and anything else we do, we know we're square to the frame. But yeah, it turned out really nice. I love how it looks.
Yeah, it looks
With
good
it
and
running through there.
substantial.
Yeah, so it's coming together. So the motor, I mean, this is the home. That's where she's gonna be.
Yep. And then we'll have to come up. We might just do something temporary here for right now because we don't know exactly where the exhaust is gonna end up. And also this jack shaft that's gonna eventually be here to come over and down to the differential. So that'll be something we'll have to figure out.
All right, so I made a temporary support here just to hold this side of the motor. That side supported really well, just drilled a hole, bolt, just to kind of hold it. We have to kind of design up a bracket and stuff to hold our counter shaft, because this will have a counter shaft over, then down to the differential. So we're gonna work on that on another time, but yeah, that'll hold it for now. So we're gonna actually release the chain falls and have the motor sit on the frame.
Let's see, hopefully we welded everything good enough. Let's see what
We'll find
happens.
out.
Oh,
look at
she's
that.
under her own weight.
Oh man, that looks good there.
Pull all this stuff out. Oh, got it all fished through everything. That's okay.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
All right, there we go. Kind of sort of living in its home now.
Dude, that looks sweet. I'm loving it.
Oh, dude.
Because
this-
you never see motors mounted this direction.
Yeah,
Usually it's sitting the way it would in the bike.
right.
So it really looks unique. And once we put the intake on, it'll kind of fill this side out.
Yep. And then it, I mean, really only gotta go about that maybe is
Uh-oh.
the gas tank.
Let's see.
It's our power wheelbarrow now.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. It's on there, at least for now.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed watching us work on this, hit subscribe, leave us a like, leave a comment too. It's super exciting to get to the point where the motor is mounted in here now. It just looks so awesome, and it's just gonna keep getting better. So stay tuned, turn on the notification bell so you can see when we upload a new video about our CROSSKART. And yeah, we're excited, man. This thing looks freaking awesome. Thanks for watching Cracked Housing Fab.